Morning all. Or should I say, yeah, very early morning actually. It's pretty horrible outside. It's kind of sunny then, raining and what have you. So anyway, right, back again. Bit of an interim video. I'm not going to drag out these videos with 20 million different parts watching me bolting a brake lever on or some shit like that. So it's all apart, as you can see there. So that's the state of the Z at the moment. So it's down to pretty well a frame, a swing arm, a bit of the subframe and the engine. Stuff's been moving along quite well. Finally got the money from the insurance company, which has enabled me to buy loads of shit. And I've had sort of work done as well. So I've had the wheels recoated. So these are the old Marchesini gold wheels, which are now black. So they're black powder coated and they've been lacquered. What's that doing there? I've still yet to take all the masking off because I literally picked them up from the oven yesterday. They were still warm when I put them in the car. So that's today's job, is to get the discs and the bearings in and the wheels. Sorry, the wheels. They are the wheels, and the tyres on, and get those back to where they can just be put back onto the bike. A lot of ums today. I've got the Nitron fault cartridges, but because of what I was doing logistically yesterday, I had to go out and pick up all the Cerakoting. So this is all the stuff that's been recoated. As you can see there's the exhaust pipe, or the sort of midsection. There was a bit of a scuff on it where it hit the ground there, which I've sort of filed out and wet and dried out, and then it's been recoated again. So again, it looks like brand new, which is spot on. There's the old the subframe. So this was alloy coloured. It was uncoated, I think, in any sort of shape, way or form, so it just got really grimy and grubby and dirty. But now it's got a gloss Cerakote on it, so it's very easy to wipe clean. So if obviously with the original OEM number plate sort of hanger, which is sort of like a bicycle mudguard. Without that, obviously water sprays everywhere, and that's usually the first bit that gets it, 'cause all kind of the water finds its way inside. But obviously now it's nice and gloss black. Other random bits are, this is a replacement frame spar. Now this is the bit here on the frame here. You can see there that was the bit that pretty well took the brunt of the accident. That was obviously the radiators in front of that, which obviously got opened up, and the side panel that sort of goes down the side just got obliterated, so that just disappeared in a million pieces. Managed to get another radiator from Lithuania, so that cost me 200 quid, and it even came with a fan as well. But what I did, as you can see, that paint there will eventually rust off, because I stripped my fan down and had it Cerakoted. So this is the replacement part, which I'll probably put back on, because this will not rust and no paint will come off of that. So I'll probably use my original fan. Other bits that I had done: top yoke, nice and shiny. That's the sort of mount for where the sort of little fly screen bit bolts to, and the clocks are held onto. And a random spattering of other parts that were all rusty that were underneath. That was an uncoated part, so I had that coated as well. That's obviously the bolt for the top yoke. That was another bit that was really badly rusted. That's the stay that holds the radiator out on the bottom of the radiator. So that's now nice and shiny and clean as well. What other bits have turned up? Right, okay. Radiator guards turned up. One of the big tick items, which is the Pfm Discs, which I've got on the RSV over there, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. And while they're initially quite an expensive buy, about 550 quid I think they cost, the nice thing is once you've obviously got the brake system, you've got this lovely sort of quick release disc, which you just squeeze together. That comes off and the disc comes off. And all the parts you can buy individually. So if you were stupid enough to leave a padlock through there and bend the disc, I think the outer discs costs, I think you can buy them for something like £80. So if ever you wear them out, it's 80 quid to replace them. It's dead cheap. And they've got a really nice feel as well, really, really nice. So these came from, I think, West Performance over on the Isle of Man. We always see him when we go to the racing because he's always got a stall there. Mr. Needs and Wants, he knows who he is because he's a joker. What else has turned up? What other bits have turned up? Crash bungs there, they've turned up, so there. Bearings for the wheels, they've turned up. What else is here? What else is here? That's about it, actually, I think. So yeah, so here starts the rebuild. As I say, the Nitron fork cartridges did turn up yesterday, but I had to go out and get the Cerakote at the same time and drop off the fork cartridges. The fork ends, the ends of the forks, which are the calipers bolt onto. That was the reason why I kind of did all of the job at the same time. So I went to pick up the Cerakote in and then carried on and dropped off the fork cartridges. So a guy called James Packman, he's a spanner man, I think, for sort of lots of race teams. So he's rebuilding the forks for me at the moment. So I'll be picking those up next week. So the idea is to try and probably get as much of this back together as possible today. I probably won't be able to put any of the Cerakoted stuff on because the Cerakoting guy, because it was only literally done, I think, yesterday or the day before, so it needs a couple of days to cure and go off. So it is dry, it's all dry, but apparently once it's dried, a couple of days later it then hardens. So probably the main job today will be to reassemble the wheels and get those back together. So probably, I haven't got any of the OEM parts yet as well. It's going to stay as an orange bike. It's going to stay in its original colours because when I went onto the parts site, the original panels are quite literally dirt cheap, painted, very, very cheap. They're not like an R1 carbon where you got to pay 900 quid for one side panel or something stupid like that. I got all the body parts that I needed, including the belly pan. I think it weighed in about 450 quid in the end, something like that. I get a little bit of a discount at the local bike shop. So I've kept it orange because there's lots of other things that are orange on there that I would obviously have to change as well, like brake levers and lever guards and the handlebars, for example, and the Samco kit, and there's lots of other bits. So I thought I'll just keep it orange. Then if ever I scratch any more parts, it'd be easy to get another part, and they are cheap. So there you go. That's how far it is at the moment. So it's in a bit of a sorry state, as you can see it now. But I would say probably end of the week. It's Saturday today. This time next Saturday, it should be back on its wheels and probably more or less together. So anyway, another video incoming in a bit. I just thought I'd give all the lads on the forum a bit of a ones up. Obviously there's a forum thread that's running at the moment with just pictures of everything, but there it all actually is. So yeah, another video incoming in a bit. All right, cheers.